This is a protest against the parish rule and the treatment by the GAA towards some clubs. I am sorry if it causes anyone any problems. The parish rule rises its ugly head once more. The parish rule should be abolished. The parish rule has caused and continues to cause untold stress, strain and torment to families, club officers, schools, school teachers and most of all to children. The parish rule is hitting at one of the most vulnerable sectors in our society, namely the little children. Remember what our Lord said, "Whatsoever you do unto one of these, my little ones, you do unto me." The controversy over the parish rule must be brought to an end. The parents' or guardians' wishes and the wishes of the individual child and the child's love for his or her friends must be considered and should come first. And to quote from Colm O'Rourke, the parish rule is a form of modern slavery. The parish rule is long past its sell-by date and should be abandoned by the GAA and all other bodies and organisations which continue to still live in the past. The parish rule is causing a dreadful lot of tension between neighbours in rural localities. The parish rule is causing a mountain of tension between parents. The parish rule is causing untold tension between grandparents, their children and their grandchildren. The parish rule is being enforced by unreasonable people, and when one comes up against unreasonable people, unreasonable steps such as this protest have to be taken to defend one's interests. The parish rule is like a disease eating away at the very core of the GAA, namely the small clubs. It seems to have no sympathy and no mercy, and people wonder why in this day and age, and with all the education, there is still no cure. The parish rule and the way it is portrayed by some county boards and some clubs is nothing short of another form of child abuse, and anyone that condones it or stands by it should seriously consider his or her position. The parish rule is splitting families, communities, relatives and friends. The parish rule is being broken every year by different clubs in different counties in different ways. The parish rule is like Rule 27 from some years ago, when it was illegal for a person, young or old, to play soccer and rugby and GAA in the same year. The parish rule is like the time soccer and rugby could not be played in Croke Park, but when money was involved it was obviously changed. The parish rule is unclear. The parish rule does not define what a parish really is. The parish rule has caused problems for practically every GAA club in the country. The parish rule has been talked about up and down the country since the foundation of the GAA, but it still continues to cause problems. The parish rule is contrary to the constitution of the state in some cases. The parish rule as being applied by the GAA is contrary to EU legislation. The parish rule is in breach of the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights. The parish rule is, in my opinion, being applied by some county boards to eliminate small rural clubs. The parish rule has been abandoned in some counties where there is a more sensible approach. The GAA have a lot to be proud of. The GAA have a lot to be ashamed of. The GAA should be ashamed of the way they allow county boards to treat children that want to play their national game. Shame on them. I would like at this stage to refer to Rule 1.13, page 8 of the official guide, which is entitled Safeguarding of Children, Young People under 18 years of age. By the implementation of the parish rule in Laois, the GAA are breaking Rule 1.13a, page 8, which states, and I quote, "The association shall safeguard and promote the interest and well-being of all those under 18 years of age who are involved in its games and related activity." The GAA are also breaking Rule 1.13b, page 8, which states, and I quote, "The association shall take all practical steps to protect them from all discernible forms of abuse, from harm, discrimination or degrading treatment, and shall respect their rights, wishes and feelings." And I repeat, shall respect their rights, wishes and feelings. If the GAA would only stand by this rule, little children would not be at home crying. I would also like to refer to Rule 1.13c, page 8 of the official guide, which states, and I quote, "Central Council shall have in place a code of best practice for youth sport for the protection and safeguarding of children, young people under 18 years of age, and shall be entitled to amend or revoke any provision of the code from time to time." I would also like to refer to Rule 1.13d, page 8 of the official guide, which states, and I quote, "Central Council shall have in place guidelines for dealing with allegations of abuse. Allegations and complaints of abuse shall be dealt with exclusively in accordance with the provision of these guidelines, and not under any other provisions of these rules or under club constitution and rules." I do wonder if the GAA ever read these rules, or were they just put in there to confuse the likes of me. In my opinion, the GAA are guilty of discrimination when they allow one boy to play for a club and deny his two younger brothers the same right. They are also, in my opinion, guilty of discrimination when we consider two cousins living down the same country lane in the same parish and going to the same school are denied the right to play with the same club and the club of their choice. If anyone would like to have a printed copy of this CD or sign a petition, feel free to ask and I will provide same. Thanking you, yours sincerely, Tom Cahill.